Sorry for the late upload for Elite. Go ahead and grab yourself Quincy. I am going to do 2 cash drops because I don't want to farm extremely hard. So 2 cash drops will be plenty to get us through Elite, and you'll see that we'll be able to easily beat Elite. Go ahead and place 3 farms. So if you are going to use a strategy, just go ahead and drop 2 cash drops and then place 3 farms, and we're going to place a village. We are going to make this a discount village. It's extremely important on Elite that we have to farm extremely hard in order to beat Elite, especially that final tier. So once you upgrade the discount village to a 002 on there, then you're going to go ahead and to each one of your farms, you're going to upgrade to a 200 for all 3 of these. Once we upgrade the 3 farms, we are going to add 1 more in range of the village to make it a 200 also on here. Quincy's going to hold all the way to round 34, so we are good on here, but I would suggest putting it off auto start so you can go ahead and make sure that you're farming. Once you have 4 of them down, you're going to upgrade your first one to a 320, and essentially you're going to upgrade all of these to 320s. So once you do the first one, just go ahead and keep upgrading to 320. So I'm just going to speed forward here to show that you can just go ahead and upgrade each one of these. And like I said, farming is going to be extremely important in Elite. We need a ton of farming. Even when you think you have enough, you don't have enough and you need more on here. So once you go ahead and upgrade all 4 of those farms, then we'll go ahead and move on to the next thing. So now we're going to go ahead and place 1 more farm. We want to try to get it in range of the village, and we're going to upgrade it to the same thing. It's going to be a 320. Once we get this other farm, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and upgrade 1 of our farms to a T4. So it's going to be a 420. And then we're going to throw another farm down if we can in range of the village. If you need to do a bigger radius on your village, go ahead and do that, because we do want to do that to get as many villages in range. And that's going to be a 320 as well too on here. And then once we get that, we're going to go ahead and throw down a wizard monkey, and it's going to be a 022 to start out. And then we are going to upgrade our village bottom path once and then 1 more time. So it's going to end up being a 104 on there for the village. And then we need to upgrade our wizard monkey up to a 024 just for added support on here. I know the first tier of the boss is getting ready to come out, but we're going to upgrade another one of our farms to a 420. It's very important that we don't get behind on our farming. And then go ahead and throw down an ice monkey. It's going to be a 420. And then we're going to throw a glue gunner down as well too. Even though the boss is coming out, don't worry. We're going to be able to defeat the tier 1 pretty easily on here. We're going to place down a sniper on the left-hand side, and it's going to be a 205. And then we're going to throw an alchemist down next to him. Upgrade to a T5 first. So upgrade your sniper to a 205 first, and then go ahead and upgrade your alchemist. It's going to be a 420 on the alchemist on there. So very important to upgrade to the elite defender. Make sure you mark it on strong, and then go ahead and upgrade your alchemist to a 420. You are also going to see on this first tier 1 that I'm going to upgrade my glue gunner up just a little bit. So if you start to see balloon leak on there, just go ahead and upgrade your glue gunner on there. So you're going to go ahead and see me switch to that just because with the lava coming out and everything, I did go ahead and upgrade just as a little bit of additional support on there. So you're going to see me go ahead and do that on here, and it's just going to be very simple. It's just going to be a 022 on here. And this is going to be enough to defeat the boss. You are going to want to upgrade your farms. So if you have enough, keep upgrading. So you have all of your support out there, upgrade your farms. As soon as the boss is defeated on tier 1 and it disappears, immediately sell the sniper and the alchemist, and then upgrade another one of your farms on here. So you're going to see me immediately sell the sniper and the alchemist, and then upgrade one of my farms. And now we're just going to go ahead and upgrade all of our farms within range to 420s. Once we upgrade all the farms to 420s, if you can't fit any more farms within range, then you can go ahead and upgrade your village. If you can, go ahead and add more until it's out of the radius here. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that last farm. And then you're going to upgrade that village to a T5. So it's going to be a 105. And then once you do that, you can, if you have it paused in between rounds, go ahead and just fill fill up, and I find it easier just to put your farms first and then go ahead and upgrade on there, all to the same path. So it's going to be 420s, at least first start out as 320s and then slowly upgrade them to 420s. When you hit round 58, we're going to go ahead and start preparing for the second tier. We're going to go ahead and throw out a spike. It's going to be a 240 or 250, I apologize, on here. And then the other piece that we need, just as a little bit added defense, we are going to throw a sniper over here and an alchemist. The sniper is actually only needs to be upgraded to a 204, and then the alchemist you're going to go ahead and buff up to a 420. Once you have that added defense out, go ahead and start upgrading your farm. So while this is going to hold, make sure you use your spike ability, and then make sure you're marking your sniper on strong, and then just solely focus on upgrading your farms and adding more farms. It's very important because every second counts on upgrading your farms and stuff, because we're going to need a lot of money on here, especially for the next or for the following tiers on there. So just continue to go ahead and upgrade your farms on here. Once you upgrade all of your farms within range of the village, then you can focus on creating your T5. So then we're going to focus on one of our farms as a 520, and that's what we want to save up for now, and that's what I'm going to save up for. So once the boss is complete, we are going to sell the sniper again and the alchemist, because we won't need it, and it will give us more cash as well. So as soon as that boss is defeated, go ahead and sell those just so you have that money on there as well. And then as soon as we can, we'll immediately upgrade to a T5 farm. So you'll see me here in just a second sell the sniper and sell the alchemist, and then immediately, if you have enough, go ahead and upgrade to a T5 Banana Central. The next part's going to go super quick, and I'm going to fast forward it because we're going to place as many farms as possible, all going to be 420s on here. And then once you kind of fill up, I also am going to put two other T5 farms out. So I'm going to start with the middle path T5. So you're going to go ahead and see me place that now. And then I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that, as you're going to see, to a 250. I am going to use a tech bot because I don't want to keep constantly having to look at the abilities. You don't have to use the tech bot. I am just lazy on here. So if you place a tech bot, you can go ahead and put that there and then just mark it on the farm. So then it will just give you the 10,000 each time it refreshes. So I did that. And then what we're going to do is we are going to start creating T5s for Paragon on round 80. The great thing on round 80 is we can get by with just a degree 1. So all we're going to do is create T5s, and then the next boomerang that I'm going to put in the left-hand back end of the map on there is going to be what we're going to create. We don't want to contribute any money to this because this Paragon is strictly just going to be for the third tier of the boss, and we're going to end up selling this. So you don't want to contribute any money, just literally the bare minimum on the Paragon is going to be fine. Once you get all your T5s, go ahead and upgrade to a T5 engineer. It's going to be a 052, and then I'm going to use another tech bot because I do not want to keep using or clicking it on here, and we're going to put it on our T5 our Banana Central. So over on the left hand side right next to our village on there, we want to go ahead and target that. So then it's just constantly ultra boosting that. And remember, when we do that, it's going to generate more money on there. So you don't have to use a tech bot. You can if you want, but I did because I just didn't want to keep clicking it. Round 80 is going to be super easy when you create your Paragon. Remember, don't contribute any money. Bare minimum Paragon 1 is going to suffice. Mark it on strong. And then once I create the Paragon, I am going to go ahead and start placing boats on there. And then all of these boats, I'm going to do T5s. So, because we are going to eventually create a boat Paragon as well, along with the wizard Paragon. So this is why the farming was extremely important in the beginning. When you create all T5s, if you can add additional, go ahead and add additional towers in there. I made these all 0 to 4s on here, as many as I could fit in there. Once I have enough of these, I am going to add an ice monkey on the left hand side and make it a 205 just to kind of help with cooldown on there. You might not need that, but I went ahead and did that because eventually we will need some ice monkeys to help with the cooldown, especially when we get to that T5, the last one on there. When we get to the final tier, we are going to need that. So you will see me go ahead and place an ice monkey. Like I said, this will be enough. The main hard part is going to be done because we have all of our farming done at this point. You will see me actually add the last T5 farm, so I do apologize. Right after this, I did find space to go ahead and add it. So when I do add it, I am going to make it my final T5 on there, and that one will be a 205 on there to the maximum marketplace on there. So you'll see me go ahead and do that. Once we defeat the boss on this tier, you can leave this Paragon out until we get to the next one on there, and then we'll sell it, and you'll see I do that. So there's that last one on the farming, and then we can just go ahead and leave the Paragon out. You will see me just fast forward this because honestly, we're going to wait till we get all the way up until when the boss is going to come out again, but don't start it because what we're going to do is we're going to sell the Paragon because we need to create a higher tier Paragon for around 100 on here. So we're going to sell that, and then you can do the other T5s wherever you want because that's not going to matter on here. So I just put them on the right hand side. The one on the left is going to be where we create the Paragon again. In order to boost the Paragon, also we really want a high degree because when we get to that final tier, it's going to be extremely difficult. So you're going to see me fast forward. You're going to place 25 boomerangs on here, and then once you place all 25, just kind of put them anywhere that they fit because they're all going to be soaked up into the Paragon. I made these all 022, so go ahead. It's very tedious, but go ahead and do this. It's very important, and then contribute the maximum amount of money that you have. If you're following me where I'm at, you should have a 60 degree or higher Paragon, and this is going to hold all the way until this boss on here. The other thing with this boss is make sure you realign the portal to face where the Paragon is, so then the balloons that are coming, the Paragon can grab those as well too. So that's why I realigned that portal to face. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start creating my T5 wizards. If you saw, I upgraded our wizard up at the top that we used at the beginning of the game. You can go ahead and place the other one wherever you want. And then where I'm placing this wizard is going to be where that Paragon's going to be on there. We are not going to upgrade this Paragon yet. We are going to need to contribute a lot of money and a lot of additional towers. And when I say you're going to need it, you will need to create very high ones. If you create it now, you probably are going to fail in that final round 120. And then the next thing, what we're going to do is we're going to start preparing for our Wizard Paragon. We're going to do something similar like we did with the Boomerang Paragon. So we are going to be placing 20 Wizard Monkeys out. You'll see me go ahead and place those out, kind of fill them on the left-hand side again. I pretty much filled up that whole left-hand section of it. I am going to upgrade these a little bit further so we can try to up our Paragon as well too, because Paragons also, the degree is going to be the amount of pops that they get. So when I place these wizard monkeys, you're going to see me upgrade these all to a 042. I know it's a little bit more money, but if you use the ability on the wizard each time they refresh, they're going to get a lot more pops on here, which is going to up our Paragon on here. So that is what I'm going to be doing. You're going to see me constantly use that ability on all those wizards so I can get the pops up. So when we contribute the money, it will up the Paragon as well too on here. So this is all you're going to do all the way up until round 119. Once that ends on here, when we create this Paragon, you're going to contribute almost like 1.5 million is what you can contribute on here. You don't want to contribute everything because now we are going to create the boat Paragon on here. And the boat Paragon, what you're going to do is you want to sell all of your farms. You're going to sell the engineer monkey, and then I left myself a tiny bit of money just in case I needed any other towers. But ultimately your boat Paragon should be 45, your wizard Paragon should be 61, and then your boomerang Paragon should be 61. The little bit of money I did have left, I was going to create a T5 spike at the bottom on here. I was going to make it a 502, but I didn't have enough at the end, which is fine on here. If you did use your tech bots, you can now assign your tech bots to the paragons if you want. So I did go ahead and put it on the boat and then my wizard, just because I had two tech bots out from my farm and the engineer monkey, and since we sold them, they are available on there. This is it on this boss. If you're struggling with elite and you can't beat it even using this guide, go ahead and drop a comment. If you want me to play, we can play co-ops together and we can beat it together on here. I know this can be a little bit difficult for this boss, especially since it is the newer one that they incorporated in here. So please don't get defeated. If you can't beat it, drop a comment. We can play co-op together and get you elite on here. I hope you guys enjoy. Please let me know what modifications and stuff you want for these weekly boss videos, as this is brand new to me. So just tell me different things you would like to see on here for the normal and elite. As always, guys, thank you so much for all of your support. I truly appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you guys all have a great Monday. Bye, guys.